They all turn to stare at you, then go back to talking.
We don't go for that rumor-spreading stuff here, do we, Yvonne? No way, Hans.
Oh, never. Oh, except for that one little cocktail waitress, you know. Well, we don't gossip about our neighbors in Moldavia, do we, Yvonne?
Well, no, but you did used to tell everyone about the time Olga caught Boris drinking with us when he was supposed to be minding the store. Hey, that wasn't gossip, it was just a semi-funny story. And Franz, what about the story you tell about the time you saw Yuri and Bella in the garden one night?
What was that?
Hey, you're okay, all right?
So you see, we do not spread rumors here.
Dinner tonight. You hear some movement in the room. A voice from behind the door says, "Oops, sorry. Seems I forgot about my burglar alarm. Hope it wasn't too shocking for you."
Hello, how are you? Come in and have a sit, why don't you?
As you sit down, a rude noise comes from the chair seat.
Gets you every time. A million laughs. How are you? Good to see you. Nice of you to drop in. Speaking of dropping in, did you hear the one about the bad waiter? Seems like he was always dropping in. Dropping in. Get it? Didn't think so. No one got a sense of humor anymore. Not even me. Hey, welcome into the inn. Pleased to meet you. Sit down, have a seat. Oh, we did that already, didn't we?
You tell about some of your adventures.
What was that you were saying about saving Spielberg?
You tell about your adventures in Spielberg.
So you're the guy that made me lose my sense of humor. Listen, if you hadn't made Baba Yaga mad, I never would have told the joke that made her take my humor away. I ain't got no sense of humor. I can't get no sense of humor. And I try, don't know why, gotta fly, say goodbye! What's the matter, you a music critic, so I can't tell a joke? Sue me. I'm comedically challenged. A phoebe of a fool, a dweeb dunce. As a matter of fact, I've been cursed. I'm vexed with a hex, so to speak. Pathetic, ain't it? I can't tell a joke if it kicked me in the teeth. Ever since I got Baba Yaga mad at me, I got the bad joke blues. She has no sense of humor whatsoever. Let me tell you, I was just telling a joke about how some hero got Baba Baby hopping mad and fit to be towed. How was I to know she was in the audience at the time? Anyhow, Baba Yaga stands up, says some bad poetry, and the next thing I know is my jokes are jumbled and my puns are pathetic. So here I am in Nowhere Land trying to locate Baba Yaga so as I can get the curse removed and my humor returned. Putin ask me again, I'll tell you my name. Seriously, folks, the name is Bones. Punny Bones. I'm just a jester. Professionally speaking, of course. Hey, I'm a professional fool, so don't try this at home, kid. Unfortunately, more people laugh at me than at my jokes lately. It's hard to be hilarious when your sense of humor is defunct. Punny, you should ask about that. Making jokes is in my bones, make no bones about it. But my puns have been sort of boneheaded lately. This place is really dead, you know. I've had a livelier audience in a graveyard. What do they know about humor? They think a guy falling into a mud puddle is a major joke, like lots of yucks, huh? Now, a man being tripped into a mud puddle, that's comedy. What do I hear? Let me see. Well, the talk of the town is you. No one knows how you got here or what you're doing, and they're still all a bit leery of strangers. You should see some of the looks they give me. You'd think they never saw a gnome before. Or you, for that matter.
The chicken seems to be made out of rubber. What's rubber, you ask? You also consider how it would taste cooked in garlic. Somehow just looking at these garlic braids makes you smile. It makes the perfect cap to the gnome's jester costume. The strange comedian you had the misfortune to listen to the other night sits on the bed. He looks at you with a twisted grin. The rubber chicken squeals as you pick it up and squeeze it.
Well, you'll have to keep her now. You obviously rub her the right way. Rub her, get it? Nice to see a friendly face around here. Catch you later, Dud. So I ask you, what do you call a dinosaur crashing into a wall? Late for supper, of course. See you later, crocodile.
You unlock the door to your room and go in. After some rest, you feel better. You awaken as the sun begins to rise. You are in this weird and wonderful place once more. This time you remember all the times you have been here before, and despite the beauty, you are afraid. You listen for the voice. It calls out for you. You feel the darkness surround you, and you remember dying. You are overwhelmed with terror, and you remember running away. Your lungs struggle in the agony of no air, and you remember screaming. You are helpless and hopeless, and you remember the eternal loneliness. With all your remaining strength, you reach out to touch the voice. You gradually wake, shaking off the shreds of dreams that cling to your memory.
The werewolf threat has ended. Since you have found and rescued Igor, I have released our gypsy prisoner. It seems he was not a werewolf after all. All the peasant fears were for nothing.
You say hello to the Burgermeister.
You are a very polite person. Perhaps I should learn some manners from you for dealing with strangers.
You tell the Burgermeister about how much you want to be a hero.
I am beginning to think that you must be quite a hero already. The gypsy has no doubt returned home to his people. They have an encampment to the east. I will be able to get a real night's sleep for once. I do not have to worry that the prisoner will be harmed or that he will escape now. The people of this town will settle down again. They cried so loudly for blood because they are tired of living so long in the shadow of fear. There is a rumor that perhaps I was mistaken in trying to drive you away from Mordavia, that perhaps you are the hero you claim to be. But you know how rumors are. You cannot always trust what you hear. Take care.
I have done it! The world shall not soon forget the genius of Dr. Cranium. The experiment is a success. Behold, Frankie! Ho, ho, ho. Is she not something? I'm looking forward to an exhilarating series of experiments with her. Ah, a very nice Frankie. I'm sure you will agree. Just as I planned. I believe she has all the assets necessary to become a premier scientific laboratory assistant.
Could it be? Has Dr. Cranium at last succeeded in the ancient dream of bringing back life to the dead? Or is this just someone who had a little too much to drink at the mad doctor's party last night? You say hello to the scientist.
Frankie has been helping to keep me company in your absence. Still, it is good to have you visit.
You talk about your explorations in Moldavia and the many amazing creatures you've encountered.
Yes, that is the way of the true scientist. Do not rely on what others have told you, but experience them for yourself. I am glad that you are finding your vacation in Moldavia an educational experience. Is she not a wonder? My Frankie, fully functional in every way. In fact, I imagine she could even, no. I am sorry, but I really cannot reveal the nature of the experiments Frankie and I intend to perform. The world may not yet be ready for them. More importantly, I do not want anyone else taking credit for my results. Besides, Frankie is a little shy. I am a genius! I shall be famous everywhere! There have been others who have worked on the reanimation of dead tissue, but no scientist has a Frankie like mine! Whoopee! Science? Ha! You ask me about science? Just look at Frankie there and you will understand the purpose of science. It is to acquire the knowledge of the very nature of life itself and to create what those less informed would call miracles with that knowledge. This poor, benighted, unscientific town used to be a thriving community. Lately, however, the birth rate has dropped and anyone careless enough to be caught out at night tends not to return. The heavy rains of the last few years have also put a damper on the local economy. The only road out of the valley has become covered by an endless and impassable swamp. I have not received a single delivery of scientific equipment this year. It is terrible.
You have a strange, disquieting feeling along with a sense of sorrow, longing, and unfulfilled desires as you near the lake. The briny lake seems to draw you towards it.
Hello there. Could you help me? This water is so cold and I need someone to help warm me.
The lake stretches out to the west as far as your eyes can see. Its crystal clear waters are probably icy cold from the mountain runoff. This is one of the most beautiful women you've ever seen. She has lovely, long, golden green hair, although your eyesight tends to focus a bit lower than that.
It is so cold here in the lake. Please, come and hold me and help me to be warm again. Why don't you come to my arms so that I can give you a real greeting? Surely a hero like you will help someone like me. Please, take my hand. I am the Rusalka. Please, take my hand and help me. If you take my hand, I'll be happy to show you what the lake is like. If you take my arms, I'll be happy to talk to you about anything you'd like.
You ask what a nice girl like her is doing in a place like this.
It's so nice here in the water. Why don't you join me?
You wade out to the lake woman and take her in your arms. Her skin is soft but very cold. The lake spirit moans softly as she holds you closer and closer and tighter, then pulls you down into the lake. You quickly discover that you really don't know how to breathe water.
I guess I shouldn't try to drown you now, since you've been so kind. I guess I shouldn't try to drown you.
You tell the Rusalka about some of your previous adventures.
Gee, you've done a lot to get rid of monsters and things. You don't think I'm some kind of monster, do you? I mean, just because I'm undead and drown people, you don't think I'm bad? It is lonely being a Rusalka. Anytime anyone nice comes along, I pull him into the lake and drown him. Once he's drowned, he's not much company, I'm afraid. I've been a Rusalka for so long, I've forgotten. This lake is surrounded on 3 sides by steep mountains. To the southwest it merges with a swamp. The lake is not a safe place for you to swim. Many unpleasant things lurk in the deep water. The swamp is definitely a creepy place. Dead things lie under the water and try to drag the living underneath. Kinda sounds like my job description, doesn't it? Well, the things in the swamp are a whole lot nastier than I am, so be careful out there. I stay far away from them. They crawled into the lake from the swamp one day. Ugh, they remind me of worms and give me the creeps. I don't know much about the forest. I can't leave my lake, so I don't get around there much.
You ask what a nice girl like her is doing in a place like this.
I don't really know. I've been here for such a long time now. I mean, it's not like I can go anywhere. I can't leave the lake. It's my job to drown anyone who comes to the lake. That's what being a Rusalka is all about. I think I remember the town. I must have lived there once. Other than the fact it's somewhere to the northeast, I guess I can't tell you much about it. Please, come visit me again sometime. It's nice to have a friend to talk to.
I just wanted to thank you for saving me. Not many people would try to help a gypsy. Particularly when everyone thinks that they are werewolves. Gypsies are not werewolves. You cannot believe the lies of the townsfolk. Visit our camp to the east sometime, and we will welcome you as only the gypsies can. Gypsies are not werewolves, but we are shape-changers. I hope to see you again sometime. Farewell!